Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you some of my recent purchase from AF, which is their Blemished bows. However, do not confuse this with their most recent announcement, which is the, according to AF, the dust in the factory somehow got onto the clear coat of the bows. Okay, so those bows are still in China. I do not know how they look like. So AF don't give us any photos, okay? So when we buy, we kind of have to buy them blindly. We do not know what they look like. So actually, more than a month ago, there's very similar offer, also blemished bows, and again, we have no photos of it. So I kind of have to buy them blindly without knowing how they're gonna turn out. So that's why back then, I did not promote the bow. I looked at the list and selected a few bows that I think would be worth the discovery, right? So so the bows has turned out, has arrived, and I will show you how they look like. So at least based on these units, you kind of have an idea of what is considered as blemish or not on AF bows. And based on that, maybe in the future, when you look for AF bows, you will consider buying such blemish units. Okay, they are great price with 3 months warranty, and after looking at all these new arrivals, I would say that yes, buy them. Okay, it is very good quality for the price. So let's start with this one here. This is the AF Zuran bamboo. Okay, AF Zuran bamboo. So this one here is a 60-inch bow with a max draw length of 34. Okay. In my video, you will always hear me saying that the max draw length is different from the website. Believe me, okay? Believe me, don't believe the website. I do not know how they measure on the website. Okay, they don't make sense. The draw length I measure makes sense. Okay, so this one here is 32 pounds. Okay, Zuran bamboo. There is really no flaw on the bow. There is no flaw. The only thing that I would consider, maybe what they will consider as a flaw, is the uneven color. So if you observe here, it's lighter here on the two sides, it's a little bit darker in the middle. Okay, same thing here, lighter on two sides, darker in the middle. That's the only fault I can find on this bow. So this bow pretty much has no issue, because to me, this adds character to the bow. I like it. So I don't even see this as a defect. I think that this is a nice touch to the bow. So at this price, amazing. Zuran bamboo. This is Zuran blue curly maple. Okay, blue curly maple. This one here is a 39 pounds. This one has a more obvious defect, which is on this side. You can see the line there. There's a darker area and a lighter area, so the color is not even. Similarly, over here, you can see there's a patch here that is lighter, darker. There's a strip here that is a bit lighter, darker on two ends. So other than that, the bow itself is not, like, there's no structural problem. It's just the uneven color in the blue curly maple. Okay, this is also pretty good. Jebe bamboo. Okay, this is Jebe bamboo. 35 pounds. Max draw length is 32. Okay. Bow length strung up is 54.5, if I remember correctly. Okay, so physically, you cannot spot any problem at all. However, of course, there's a reason why it's being a defective bow. After very careful check, there is a very slight gap here. Very slight gap right here where my fingernail is touching. You cannot see it, but if I run my fingernail across, it gets stuck there. See? It gets stuck there. Okay. So there's a very small gap. There is two possibilities. It could be just external, so inside the glue is filled. It also could mean there's a gap inside. Okay, we do not know. So this one here is more likely, okay, more likely to have a risk because it's a gap. But you know, within the 3 months of warranty, if there is a problem with this bow, it definitely will show, because this area here is a high risk area. Okay, the handle is always the highest stress area. So if there's a problem, it will definitely show. And if it breaks, better, because now you get a replacement, totally new, flawless bow. Okay, so even better if it breaks. But yeah, that's the only thing I spotted. It's a very small gap. The severity of this thing, I do not know. I can't see inside. Did I say the poundage is 35? Sicai Birdseye Maple. So this one here is a 30-pound unit. It has an integrated bridge. Okay, integrated bridge. Bow length strung 53-inch, max draw length 32. There is again no flaw on the outside. It's perfect. There is no flaw on the outside. So where is the problem? On the lower cia here, you can see a dark spot on the dark wood. So it's really not that visible. Let me try to bring it closer. There's like a dark knot on the. I see that. So it's a dark knot on the dark walnut, the black walnut wood. There's a dark knot over there. So honestly, is this even a defect? I don't know. Doesn't look like one to me. So that's the only one I spotted. The rest of them is totally fine. 30 pounds. This one here is a Sicai ash wood core with a carbon core. So have a look. This is ash wood, back and belly. Okay, it's not just a veneer. The entire core is. Sorry, let me have a look. Yeah, correct. So this one here is not a veneer. Okay. So it's not a bamboo veneer, sorry, a bamboo core with ash wood veneer. This is literally the ash wood core with a, see the black thing there? That's the carbon core. Now let me tell you very honestly, carbon core do shit, okay? It doesn't do anything for you. I know the manufacturer will tell you, oh, the carbon core will give you more speed and more torsional stability and all that bullshit claim. But no, okay, no, carbon core is useless. It does nothing for your bow. It doesn't do any shit for you. It does increase torsional stability by such a small amount, you almost cannot feel it, and it doesn't add any speed. 0 FPS, okay? So for the price that you pay for carbon core, normally if you ask my opinion, I'll give it a middle finger, okay? I wouldn't pay for it. Okay, so what's the problem with this bow? I actually looked through it a lot of times, and the only thing I would say I can spot is that, you see, normally the grain of this ash wood is just parallel, you see, all parallel, very nice. But on the back here, we have a little bit of this like wavy, see that? The wavy grain. It's not even an issue, it's just the grain is not straight. It's naturally there's a wave there. And also here. Okay, here. That's it. That's it. Is this a problem? I don't even consider this as a problem, okay? So, great. But this is a 33-pound unit. This is definitely a very, very good purchase. Okay, this one here is just more obvious. It's also a Sicai ash wood core. Okay, no carbon. This is ash wood core. See? So integrated bridge as well. Now this one here is quite obvious. The rest of the bow is fine. It's just here. Look at this. What is this? I have no idea. So from what it looks like to me, is a scarring inside the wood. So you may not be able to see it when it's not yet cut. So after they built it, they cut the handle. Now they revealed some scarring in the wood. So it's of course not very beautiful. Okay, it's not very beautiful. Does it cause any issue? I believe not. I don't think there is an issue with this part. However, if anyone were to purchase this unit here, which is a 40-pound unit, okay, it's a 40-pound, what I would suggest, use artificial sinew and wrap from the arrow pass up, covering here, and also repeat it over here. Then it looks good, right? If you wrap up this area, then the entire bow looks flawless. So it's just a cosmetic issue here because of the scarring. Okay, Sicai bamboo. This one has a plastic bridge, not integrated bridge. It also has a carbon core. Now, if it gives you the carbon core, it doesn't charge you for it, great, okay? Even though it doesn't do anything for you, but they give you something that costs something usually, right? So, I mean, if you got that upgrade for free, even though it doesn't do anything for you, fine, right? It's just a bonus. But if you have to pay for it, normally I would not. Okay. What's the problem with this bow? The rest of the bow, no issue. There's just one very small thing. See here, there's a line there. So what's going on is that the bamboo core, it split so you can see through to the carbon core. Okay, but will this cause any problem? No, because during construction, all these gaps are filled with epoxy, so that is not hollow. Okay, it's filled with epoxy. This kind of thing do happen from time to time, like veneers, for example, they might tear. These things do happen, and it doesn't cause any problem because epoxy is a gap filling glue. Yeah, so that's the only thing. A little bit of imperfection there, but nothing severe. The bow is totally fine, no other defects. Oh, did I say the poundage? This is a 34-pound. I keep forgetting. 34-pound. So, okay, this one here, Tatar, blue Birdseye maple. So, this one here is a 30-pound unit. Okay, 30-pound. The rest of the bow actually looks perfectly fine, so you have a look. Blue Birdseye maple, there is no defect on the veneer, totally fine. Plastic bridge, everything is totally fine. The only problem is actually here, on the side here. You might be able to see those white stuff there. So what they are is that during lamination, some of the wood, sometimes on the side, they may have some void. So when when you cut the wood too close to the edge, you might get that. It doesn't cause any problem, it's just that some voids, they fill it up with some sort of white paint. To me, it doesn't look bad at all because normally we don't really look at the side. And also, I have dealt with this kind of situation before. It doesn't cause any issue, so it's just I mean, if you look for it, you will find it. Okay, if you look for it, you'll find it. It's like voids. But other than that, no issue. 30 pounds. Okay, this is probably is it this one? Oh, okay. So this one here is let's see, 38 pounds. Okay, this one here is also a Tatar blue Birdseye maple. The length is 49 inch, max draw length 31. This is a 38 pound. Okay, this one here actually has a more obvious defect. So I initially looked more closely to check if it's a crack, but it wasn't. So I'm not sure even if it shows very well. I'm gonna try to. Okay, I want you to spot this area here. There's a line, a pretty long line, even down here as well. As a turn, you might see there's a line there. Okay, so you might be able to see the line, right? Do you see that? Yeah, there's a line there. So it's actually white streak. Okay, it's a white streak. It's within the glass. During the manufacturing of the glass, sometimes there's actually air bubbles in the glass itself when they make it. So as a result, that white streak is what caused this line. It's pretty long. It's a one line from top all the way down and also up. So initially I thought it was a crack. I looked very closely, it's not. You cannot feel it, it's inside. So I mean, whether you can accept it or not, to me, I think it's very acceptable. It's not that bad, but it's there. Okay, I'm trying to show you in person. It most likely will look a bit easier to see. Yeah. So I'm trying to show you the line as much as I can. Okay, so that's the only problem with this unit, is that streak. Okay, this next unit, I honestly couldn't really tell what the problem is. Okay, this one here is 40 pound Tatar blue Birdseye maple, 40 pound. And I looked through the entire bowl. I really couldn't really tell what is wrong with it. There is no gap, so it's not a gap issue. So what I think the problem is this decorative plate. This decorative plate is not perfect. Okay, the color is a bit off. Let me show you the other one again. So it's supposed to be like that, right? So the color is off. Something is off with the color. And for that reason, this is sold at a great price. If you're interested, grab it. And lastly, this one here is a Tatar Oak. Okay, Tatar Oak, 49 inch length, 31 inch max draw length. Oh, I forgot what the problem is. Oh yeah, I remember now. So the whole bowl actually has no defect. I believe during storage, they somehow put something on here and press this area. As a result, there's a ding here. See the two spots there? One up here, there's another. There's two like dents, I guess. Dents, very, very small dent. I can't, okay, I might be able, yeah, I can feel it a little bit with my nail, but it's very, very minor. Is it a problem? I do not know. Okay, I do not know. So 2 spots right there. They are quite smooth. So it's just when you use your fingernail, you might feel it's a bit rougher. It's just a little bit rougher in those areas, but it's not like a dug in. It's not dug in. Okay, so it's just a bit rough on this side here. The other side, I cannot feel anything actually. So one side I cannot feel, the other one I can feel a bit rough. Okay, so this one is a Tatar Oak, 30 pounds. So if you're interested in any of the units, do let me know. Pretty good buy. I would put down the price somewhere in the post later.